Alright, guys, as we know, the NFL is not a perfect league. So here's a couple changes that I would make to the NFL. Just obviously, none of these are too big. I just think that these are some fun changes that I think most people could agree on. The first one I'm going to say is going to be playoff seeding. Now, I really like that every NFL division is represented, but I don't think there should be a guaranteed home game for each division. Like this season, the NFC South winner won't deserve a home game over the Lions, Vikings, or Packers. I do still want a team from every division to be represented, but I want the best teams to get the home games that they deserve. So instead of, the Falcons or Buccaneers most likely being the 3 or 4 seed, the Rams and not Rams, the Vikings or Packers, maybe even the Lions, if they don't win the NFC North, they would still be able to get a home game and be in those top 4 seeds because they had the better record than those teams from the NFC South might have, or even the NFC West. Just although every NFL team, at least a team from every division, would still be represented, I think it'd be a lot better if the seeding was changed up so it wasn't where each division had someone in the top 4. Now, moving on, I actually think a 20-week schedule would be very beneficial for the NFL. I don't want 20 games though, but I do want a 20-week schedule. This would run the NFL for 4 to 5 months minus the playoffs. And with the 18-week schedule as of now and only one bye, I think many players would be happy to get the extra bye week even with an extra game. This would also bring us back to teams being able to truly go 500. Now, I know a lot of people are concerned with an extra game adding lots of wear and tear on the players, but at the same time, this schedule would include a bye week, and I'd really like to see maybe every team's first bye week comes from like week 4 to 8, then every team's second bye week comes from like week 12 to 16 or just something like that. Maybe even a little later, like week 14 to 17, just so it's a little more spread out, but it's also kind of even when teams are getting their bye weeks. So as of right now, there's normally a team having a bye week from like weeks, I think as early as week 4 all the way till it was week 14 this year. But in this case, the bye weeks would be where each team is getting them around the same time. So it'd be a lot more even for each team to have, their bye week played around the same time. Now, for the final one I'll discuss in this video at least, I think a later trade deadline would be very beneficial. And in the NHL, the deadline is March 7th, which is about 75% through the season. I believe for the NFL, if they move to a 20-game schedule, they could move the deadline to week 14 or 15, so we can really see excitement happen towards the end of the season. We don't see big NFL trades every offseason, but it would give us a lot more fun trades to happen during the season. And, some teams that may be around week 10 right now that are still on the fence, I think the deadline I do believe is actually week 9. But a lot of teams that maybe are still on the fence think they can make a playoff push. Quite a few of those teams from earlier seem to be out by now or even a couple weeks ago now. So it just does show that maybe they'd be a lot more willing to give up players seeing that their season is over a little bit earlier on. I hope you guys enjoyed this bit of a video of me just rambling, but tell me what you guys think about these changes down below. And I hope you guys all enjoy and will come back for more.